My name is Matthew Lloyd. I'm an architect living and practicing here in London. We're in St James's Park, the key park around the great buildings of central London, with Buckingham Palace over there, Admiralty Arch over there and beyond Trafalgar Square, and over there Horse Guards Parade. This park not only is absolutely at the centre of government, it's also one of the Olympic sites and has been chosen to hold the volleyball event over there. We've been working to solve an access problem, that is a wheelchair access problem, on the Duke of York steps, which are over here. Wheelchair lifts are normally pushed to one side into one of these walls, or they run down the side of the steps. This is a very unusual historic site because, in spite of the importance of the steps and the monument which leads up to Piccadilly Circus, there is absolutely no way that someone in a wheelchair or even someone with a buggy or bikes or an elderly person can get up and down these steps. In fact, if you wish to transgress the steps from the top, you either need to go round to Trafalgar Square and back, or vice versa. There is simply no way across. So what are the key points about this lift installation? Well, firstly, it has been developed in genuine collaboration with disabled groups.
My name is Tony Heaton. I'm the Chief Executive of SHAPE. We're a disability-led arts organisation and we work within the cultural sector. I think the lift's different because it's fun. Most wheelchair lifts are very medicalised. They don't need to be. There's a sense that the designer creates them in a way to look medicalised because everybody thinks disability relates to illness or medicine, and of course that's absolutely not true. This lift does it with a certain amount of style and elegance, and it doesn't look like a piece of medicalised kit.
It is not a piece of pure architectural polemic. It is a highly functional machine that solves the problem of access up and down these historic steps. This site, the Duke of York Steps, has the highest level of historic protection. It is a Grade 1 listed monument. The Royal Parks, who have courteously allowed us to put the lift here, have said to us from the very beginning that we cannot fix the lift down, and therefore we have designed a freestanding structure. The bridge cantilevers out from the main structure over the steps and doesn't make contact at all with the historic stone. The reason that the lift is carbon neutral is that it's water powered. Water is displaced into tanks which move up and down, consequently moving the lift car up and down. A small pump in the bottom tank is supplied by solar energy off solar batteries. 800 watts alone pumps the water back up to the top and starts the whole process again. The whole structure can be taken away in just half a day by crane. And what's more, because it's made of steel, perspex and aluminium, it is entirely recyclable.
I like the fact that it's almost a piece of theatre or a piece of sculpture, that it's interesting, that people want to look at it. Because very often disabled people are unintended performers in the way that they move from one place to another. So actually, for the attention to be spent looking at the object rather than the individual, it's quite an interesting thing. Very often disabled people always end up going around the back way or through the tradesman's entrance, so to actually take centre stage in such a prominent and public space, I think is quite important. I suppose I'm an reconstructed modernist, so for me form follows function anyway, so it will be beautiful because it solves a problem, and I'm in favour of everybody using it. As long as I don't have to, as long as wheelchair users don't have to sit at the back of a very long queue because people are treating it as a novelty. But I think it could be a really attractive addition to the way London creates access solutions. And the fact that you can take it away and put it somewhere else is also incredibly innovative because that doesn't happen anywhere else. You can't suddenly, chuck a lift on the back of a wagon and take it somewhere and solve a problem. And this lift can do that. It's got a lot of potential applications. I think what we need to do is go around London and find loads of sites where a lift like this could be usefully allocated some time and some space. And I think it'd be a really, I think it's really important that the powers that be in London grab hold of it and say, well, let's put it here for a fortnight, or let's put it here for a couple of weeks and see what happens.
This first lift is a prototype. We've made it for very little money and a huge amount of free work. The real potential on this site is to make 3 of these lifts in what we might call Mark II versions. These would be much higher tech and automatic. You wouldn't need someone to help you onto the lift and out again. So our vision is to complete this project to create a unique access solution. The building of 3 water-powered wheelchair lifts sitting on these steps, open to all members of the public throughout the day, beautifully lit at night, providing a model of sustainable design, demonstrating innovation to make this city a better place.